Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tardis Zone. And this is the Tardis Zone Talks. I hope to find you all well indeed. We are here to talk about some Doctor Who, as we do on a Friday. And we're just waiting on Christian to join us. I'm pretty sure he's getting set up as we speak. But before we bring him on, or before he pops into the studio, I think I'm going to start with this while he's not here because then he can't be blamed for, you know, the way some of the fandom act out there. Now I'm going to show you a tweet that was sent by, that was put up by someone. Now, I've edited the person's name because I know for a fact if I was to show the person's name, he will encourage people to report me for harassment, even though I want to point out how disingenuous this tweet actually is, and I'll tell you why. So I'll put it up on screen there. So just bear with me for a second. Just want to make sure. Yes. So we share screen there. And this is the first topic of conversation. I'm going to read this out. Right. And as I said, I've got the person's name covered up because I don't want them. They'll probably out themselves anyway because that's what they normally do. And then they'll play the victim and blame me. But I've covered their name, as you can see there. Right. So you can all back me up on this. I've covered their name. So I'm just going to read this out, right? And then I'll give you my opinion. If you're not excited for David Tennant, just think it's only 3 episodes. They are not doing this to genuinely upset you. Shooty is coming, a new era is coming. It'll be a month's difference until we reach that point. I just think that it's a better way to look at it than Russell is doing this to make the toxic fans happy. When most fans excited, I'd say, are not toxic. We are just excited. We are just excited because we have a lot of love for Tennant and Tate, and we see potential for more to be done with them. But this line here, I just think it's that's a better way to look at it than Russell is doing this to make toxic fans happy. Right? Now, obviously, he is responding to the people out there that are claiming that are toxic fans, but I just think it's a very disingenuous comment to make, that it's toxic fans, and we're seeing a lot of this. Listen, it's not toxic. He's not doing anything for toxic fans, as you call them. What RTD is doing, and this needs to be explained to you yet again. Shooty Gatwa is actually busy. You know, he does do other acting roles. He wasn't available to do the 60th anniversary because I'm pretty sure if he was, I don't think David Tennant would actually be coming back. I think we would have started off with Shooty. But the bottom line is he had other projects that he was doing, right? So RTD it was either that or we don't get a 60th anniversary, right? But RTD wanted to give us a 60th anniversary, and David Tennant was chosen to lead the 60th anniversary. This has nothing got to do with toxic fans. And I'm quite sick and tired of people using that label. Anybody that was against the previous era has been seen to be telling the truth and were right about their gut instinct. I actually find it quite funny, actually, that the people that were criticising me for the last 5 years are now coming out and saying that the era was a failure. But when I was saying it at the time, that was toxic to say that. It's not toxic to come out and give your opinion about Doctor Who, okay? Whether you agree with it or not. Okay, I'm sick of this. Sick of Tardis, especially these newer fans that come into the fandom are calling these fans toxic fans. They're not toxic fans. They had every right to have the concerns that they had because it's been proven to be right anyway, right? But I do find it comical that those people that were calling me toxic are now coming out and saying, well, you can like something even if it did fail. But yeah, those same people were criticizing me because I was saying it was a failure. So what you're basically trying to say, or the message that you're trying to send out to people is that, well, basically keep your mouth shut for the last 5 years, but as soon as it's over, then you can criticize. I'm sorry, that's not how it works, right? If you guys want to sit on the fence and you did a lot of yous for the last 5 years pandering to these idiots, then that's fine, fair enough, right? But don't now come out and say exactly what we were and expect nobody to say anything, right? Because some of us now have received a backlash off these so-called good side of the fandom. They're the toxic fans. The fans that are labeling people toxic are the toxic fans, right? All we ever wanted was good Doctor Who, and we weren't going to sit here and pretend that it was great. Simple as that, right? Some of us can't do that and sit on the fence and keep our mouths closed, right? Which a lot of you wanted us to do. No, if you've got genuine concerns, you should come out and you should speak up. It's as simple as that. Sick and tired of all of this rhetoric and bull. Anyway, just wanted to start off with that because, as I said, I'm just sick and tired of the same rhetoric coming out of people's mouths. At the end of the day, right, Doctor Who failed. A lot of us called it. We were called toxic. Our names were dragged through the mud and we were bullied and harassed because of it. Now, those very same people that facilitated those fans by retweeting their tweets and stuff are now coming out and saying the exact same thing. And it's okay for them because the difference is that they sat on the fence for 5 years and waited until it was over, basically. Well, I'm not built that way. I'm a Doctor Who fan, and if it's bad, I'm going to say it's bad. I'm not going to sit on the fence while it keeps getting destroyed. I'm going to speak up. So a lot of you fans that sat on the fence but now are coming out and saying the exact same thing. Yous are hypocrites, number one. And number two, yous are sly dogs because yous waited until this was over to start criticising. Because yous weren't willing, I suppose, or were too chicken to take on these fans. Right? Right? Yous wouldn't speak up. And yous are now the same people dictating to the fandom how they, how they should behave themselves. Well, you should be coming out and criticising them. And some years have, but it's too late, right? I criticised them from the beginning because they deserve to be criticised the way they treated this fandom. Now, got something good to show you here. So, as you know, Beyonce is doing a world tour at the moment. I'm not a big fan of Beyonce. I don't actually get it. She was better in Destiny's Child, in my opinion, but there you go, that's just my opinion. But as you know, she's doing a world tour, and shoot, you got what? Was that it? And this was shared by Jonathan Groff. Jonathan Groff Daily on Twitter. So this is Shooty and Jonathan, and I'm thinking others at this concert. Now, I don't know. Actually, I should just keep it down low just in case there's music. Hold on.
Jonathan, are you ready to have a religious experience? Yes.
Very.
How did you manage this? It was you?
I didn't get this ticket. But I took one.
You accepted one. Thank you. Yes, and.
Right, so I'll have to turn it down because there's music. But there's Shooty there, having a whale of a time at a Beyonce concert, looking like he's having the time of his life. And these are the sort of things that, you know, kind of things that fans like to see. He's having a great time, as you can see there, dancing away, taking video. I say a lot of that would have ended up on his Instagram. Um, and you know, he's having a good time, and that's nice to see. Um, I'll just leave it up there for you as well. So yeah, absolutely fantastic to see. He's having a whale of a time there. Hmm. So unfortunately, I have to keep the sound down because obviously you're hearing the music from. We'd hear the music from Beyonce, and that would get us into trouble. So yeah, he he's got a nice little spot as well, the side of the stage. And there you go. So that's Shooty at a Beyonce concert. Hmm, interesting. So just bear with me for a second. Right. Is the chat not working for me, or is no one talking? I don't know, but there is 14 people watching, and we normally would have a lot of people in the chat talking, so I don't know what the story is there. Um, I'll check now on me YouTube on me phone, see if there's an issue. There shouldn't be. No, there you go. People are starting to come in. I thought that normally we would have people in at the very start. I don't know. Maybe it's just a slow day today. It's the weekend as well. Um, but let's move on to our next topic. I don't know what's happened, Christian, so we'll just continue on. Um, and do what we've got to do. So just have to go up here. Yeah, so as I said, there seems to be a lot of Jodie Whittaker fans, and they are Jodie Whittaker fans that are still upset about David Tennant coming back, making snipey little remarks and all on Twitter, trying to get a reaction out of fans. It's actually sad. To really, I mean, they're blatantly shown that they hate white males and they hate David Tennant. I mean, it's so obvious. And yeah, apparently fans that didn't like Jodie Whittaker's era are the toxic ones. I mean, I just find it all a bit funny now. We were never the toxic ones. We just gave our opinions. Right, what's going on here now? Apparently, Christian is backstage, but I can't see him. Right. I think I have your email address. So what I'll do is I'll send it through email. There must be something going on. Right. We seem to be having an issue with Christian coming on because apparently he's backstage, but I can't see him here. So we'll just wait and see what we can do. But let's start off. So you've all seen the trailer, I suppose. And the Thing King. There we go. I think there we go. There we go. He's here. The Thing King put up some photos. There we go. I think.
Okay. That was just weird.
Yeah.
I went into another account because I couldn't log into my computer, so I used my phone, and because I had to take the dog out. And as soon as I started, it said, "Yeah, you're backstage. You're waiting." I'm like, "Okay, I'm just waiting." And then you talked about Beyonce. I'm like, "Oh, okay, he's going through Beyonce." I was just like, "Okay, I'm gonna have to go to my laptop now because for whatever reason, it's not working on my cell phone anymore." So that didn't make me happy. So here I am. Sorry, guys. Sorry to be late.
It's all good. It's all good. So the trailer, as you know, all dropped. 43 seconds now. What the Thing King has done, he's actually took screenshots or took photograph or forgot the photographs anyway and put them in the chat that we're in on Twitter. And these are the photographs. So these are the photographs of the trailer because you can't really show the trailer because BBC hitches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show them one by one. So there's David Tennant's doctor looking very intense indeed. I have to say, I didn't mind the trailer. I know there was few people disappointed with it, expected a little bit more. But I was pretty... and when you see the images that I'm going to show you, you'll actually see that in that 43 seconds, there is actually a lot that was in that trailer. It's just maybe, as Queen Charlotte said when we did speak about this, is that maybe there wasn't enough substance in the trailer. But there's Tennant's doctor again, looking all well, he's looking at something.
Well, here's the thing, and I agree with Gary from Nerdrotic on this. I know I was watching a part of Gary's show, and then I caught it, so I'm going to give credit to credit's due, but I forgot who said it. I think it was Mueller. If you compare this to the 50th anniversary trailer, and we discussed this on our show too, it was like it's night and day. This one, to me, and I expressed, I said, this is not a trailer, this is a teaser or for what better term is, when the Halloween apocalypse, when they took all these scenes and made a story out of it, rather than opposed to there's a story here. There's like all these broken up scenes, and they made an episode called The Halloween Apocalypse for Doctor Who. And for me, this is a bunch of teasers put together to try to make a trailer. So most of it is stuff we've already seen that was leaked out already. So it really didn't give us more. I'm sure there's going to be more to come, and they're going to reveal like one big, huge secret, or maybe an appearance of a doctor or something. But
well, he did hint towards. He did hint, Christian. He did hint towards San Diego Comic-Con, and me and Queen Charlotte made the point that that's where he could actually do, because you are right. If you look at this, it's not really a trailer. If you look teaser. At it, it is. It's the 3 episodes. He's putting teasers in of the 3 episodes to come. That's why he showed you the title sequence. He was showing us different parts of every episode, right? I think San Diego Comic-Con, everything done, I reckon that's where he'll do a worldwide trailer. He'll do it there, because that's the biggest Comic-Con, isn't it? San Diego. So that'd be the best place.
Depends who you ask nowadays.
But yeah, there's Neil Patrick Harris looking all dapper and doing his thing. But yeah, it is interesting. I mean, people have said the 50th trailer was better. I mean, yeah, I agree with that. But I mean, I think this is all clever by RTD. I think, it's, again, I'm not giving too much away. But now, like, fans everybody is questioning it now. Fans are like, well, give us a little bit more substance. So maybe it is a clever ploy from RTD to get us more sucked in. But there we go. There's another iconic image there. They look very interesting when we first seen them. It's got to be, whatever happens in the 60th anniversary. At least there's going to be some fun element to it, Christian.
Oh, I don't doubt that. It's just that to call this a trailer was a little bit, especially again when we compare it to like the 50th anniversary. There's not even a comparison. It was, as Psychic Beak says, low key only looking forward to the 60th. Now, I'm low-key only looking to the forward of the 60th, but this was a chain of trailers. Plus, it was all leaked information that you saw on the internet. So nothing new was revealed. This was just like, we knew Beep the Meat. We know about possibly the Celestial Toy Maker. There might be a few things. We know Donna and Rose, alternate Rose, and the 14th Doctor are back. So it's really just, it was like, well, you already know this type deal. You're not going to learn too much of anything new. There were a few scenes in there, but I still consider this a teaser, not a trailer. The trailer is like what we saw on the 50th anniversary. That whole, like, it was almost a minute long, I would say. It was pretty darn long, where you see all the doctors and you see all the companions are floating around and stuff. And they're in this, what appears to be this huge, what is it? I can only call it the cup of soup image, but what was it? The time? It's like you're in a time something where you're just frozen in time, frozen in an instant. The painting and stuff. Yeah, but we already knew this. This is nothing new. And to go to Psychic Beats, I don't know who Jonathan Groff is. I've heard of what he's done. I've never seen it. I might, if I get a chance, I might watch something that he's done. But how does one sexuality make you a better actor or not? It's just driving me insane. At least people didn't go, oh, look, we're going to dangle that, that he's gay, And it's like, that doesn't mean he's a good actor. But it's good. That's the way that things should happen. We bring in Jonathan Groff, who is an exceptional actor. He's going to have a main part in the role. Okay, great.
That's it. Just leave it at that.
Yeah, that's just it. Yeah.
Just don't bring it. You don't need, exactly. We don't care about his sexuality or who he
personal life. What gives about who he's with or what he does or how many kids he's got or doesn't got what kind of house he has, how many millions he. No, none of that crap matters. Can he act? Great, put him on.
That's it.
Same thing with the Captain Jack kiss. Kiss him. That's it. Just have it happen. Let it go, and that's it. And that was the thing. And Whovians are like, oh, I guess that's the thing, and move on. Yeah, no more pandering. Peter says, hello all. It's a mere appetizer or tapas. The starter is yet to come. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I think Noel and I agree. This is a teaser, not a trailer. It's not the 60th. It's not the 50th anniversary trailer that we saw leading up, but that didn't arrive until like what 1 month before the thing, and that's where the Whovians started salivating and going, "Yeah, let's go, yes."
Yeah,
all the doctors. We know all the doctors are going to be in there somehow.
It's a different environment now, though, because at the 50th, let's be honest, Doctor Who was at its height of its popularity. This time around, unfortunately, Doctor Who is not at the height of its popularity right now. I just think a lot of fans out there, from what I heard from Queen Charlotte and others in the chat when we did speak about this, it wasn't that they were disappointed with what they saw. It's exactly what you said. We've already seen a lot of stuff and some of the leaked stuff. We just wanted a little bit more, and there wasn't really too much substance to it. Now, I do like the fact that we don't know what's going on, because I think that's what trailers have done very badly over the years. We get about 15-second trailers, you put them together and you kind of know the plot of the whole thing. Right. I'm glad we're still none of the wiser, and we're still coming up with theories, but I do agree that they should have put a little bit more in that. But if this is only another teaser, right, well then if a main trailer is to come, I think this is being the great strategy, because what are we complaining about? We're complaining that we didn't get enough. We didn't get to see more, So it is right. Clever. So hopefully the next one is the main one, and we get a lot more substance. But again, I still don't want them to give too much away, because I want to be surprised. During the 60th, I don't want, I'm staying away from, people that I know that will be in the know, because I want to be surprised this time. I don't want anything spoiled. And so far, I think RTD and Co have kept a lid under most things. I think the stuff that has been leaked is stuff that he wanted to leak, to be quite honest, because it happened before. But there's David Tennant's Doctor again. Now, I don't know. That looks like UNA headquarters there.
Possibly.
And there's this face on the screen. Do you see this face on the screen? Now,
I call it the jigsaw puppet.
Yeah, it looks like a jigsaw puppet. Yeah. Now, this here, I'm just looking at this here, right? We can't really see it clearly, but I'm just going to say that this looks like Peter Capaldi's head. I'm not saying it is Peter Capaldi, but that image just looks like Peter Capaldi. If you look at it from a distance, it looks like the shape of his head and his hair. Just saying. I'm not saying it is Peter Capaldi, but it looks like him.
I think you're looking for Jesus on toast.
Well, maybe it is one of those. You're right. It's what your eye. It's it's what it is, that perception thing. But it does look like him. I have to be honest, and maybe I'm just wanting to see that. But here's this face again, so we get to see this face clearer. David Tennant's Doctor is there. And we've got this jigsaw looking crazy mother sucker. There he is there. Look at him. He looks all. I reckon this thing is going to scare the crap out of the kids.
That scares me looking at the damn thing. Remember, this is Celestial Toy Maker, so if he's involved, and what is this? This is supposed to be the Giggle. I'm hoping they didn't kind of steal from the Jigsaw movies, the Saw movies, to play around with, or maybe they're using that if they use it proper.
Inspiration, though, could be inspiration, and then put their own take on it, which I have no problem doing, because Moffat used to do that, pay homage to stuff, and it never really quite, pay off. Some of it did, but not most of the time it didn't. But I have every look. RTD. Again, I will always say this to fans. Remember, RTD delivered back in 2005. There's no reason why he can't deliver again, you know. But you know, we will be cautiously optimistic. But there's another shot of the Warriors, Wrath Warriors or something, or I can never say the name properly. But there they are. Now this is the video footage that we seen. Do you remember where they blew up a truck? Because there's the truck in the background there. So we actually got to see them destroy that in some video footage. That was the first time we seen some video footage, and we went, "Wow,
Hey,
they're
Bobby.
really going all out with the explosions and stuff."
Well, they got the budget now, so there's no excuse to why they can't.
No,
so
but they have said that the big budget, it's mostly for the shooty era. But this anniversary special did get an influx of money, but we have to, you know, make it clear that most of the big budget will be used for the future episodes of Doctor Who, and not necessarily the 60th. But they did have a budget, because remember, they have all of it when they got when Sony made that deal with them, they had the Sony money anyway. So that's the money I reckon they've used for this anniversary special. Now we got a couple of more photographs to go, so I might as well put them up. But here's Donna after she actually meets Beep the Meep.
yeah, I
And
love that scene.
you'll see her reaction there. It's great to see her back. It looks like Donna Noble's dress sense hasn't changed over the years, because she used to wear these jumpers quite a lot, if you remember. So it looks like her dress sense hasn't changed at all. Which is, I find that.
Well, it's supposed to be the same Donna Noble, and I mean, I was always thinking, could this be an alternate reality? At one point, it's just like, because it's the same people, but Rose is different. She has a daughter named Rose. That's
but it's not Rose. But it's not Rose. It's not to be compared to Rose Tyler. It's nothing to do with Rose Tyler.
No. But I meant, like, I for a while thought, okay, maybe this is a different alternate universe, and I'm just like, okay. But I think it's a continuation.
Yeah, and there's the effects. There's it's either a practical effect or whatever it is on Beep the Meep, and I have to say, looks very impressive. The one thing I will say is that this little teaser was very polished. It looked amazing. I don't care what like CGI and all. It looked pretty impressive. The only downside is what, you know, and I've had a couple of days to think about. I still like the teaser, right? I know fans are disappointed, but it made me want more, and I think that maybe that was what was supposed and designed to do. But I'm not as critical as others out there. At the end of the day, you know, when RTD is ready to give us a massive trailer, we'll get one. I'm just happy that we're still getting stuff right now. But what I've seen so far has impressed me with the trailer. It could have been more, but what we've gotten so far has impressed me. It looks like it's going to be something special. Now, for the next trailer, give us a little bit more substance, but don't, you know, even fade to black the trailer and then just give a reveal of something and leave it at that. Job done. And no more trailers after that. Just do one trailer. That's it. Bang. We don't want to know too much. Remember, we're in May now, right? Summer's going to fly in. Trust me. We will be getting excited pretty soon. And there's still loads of other stuff to be announced as well. Remember, there's a comic book strip happening on Doctor Who magazine, where some of the things that are going to come in the future are going to be revealed. So there's lots of other stuff. So, you know, as I've always said, I'm going to give this a go, because, you know, as I said, for me, RTD has already proven himself, and you know, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, even if some of the cast members that he's actually brought in are not helping the situation with comments that they're making. At the end of the day, he will be judged on his writing, and You know, as I said before, he's proven it to us before. There's no reason why he can't do it again. But I want to put this up on screen because I want to get Christian's opinion on this. So just bear with me.
Yeah.
Now, just hopefully now this doesn't freeze and do all the mad stuff that it does. Right, so we've got the titles of the episodes. What do you think of the titles, actually?
They're interesting.
Queen Charlotte said it's typical RTD. Would you agree with that?
Is she in the chats?
No. We talked about
okay.
this on Monday.
I think they're interesting. Interesting where they go through. The giggle sounds really interesting. We know the Star Beast is from the comic book.
Yeah.
So we already know that there's going to be some relation to Beat the Meat from the comic book. I haven't seen that comic book. I'm going to be full disclosure. I just know about the comic. Wild Blue Yonder, not sure, because it doesn't even seem like the trailer is cohesive. Like, I can't tell when one story ends and one story begins. It looks like it could be the same episode all the time. Now we know, they're in chain. Are they going to be behind each other? Like, are they playing all three of them all in the same night, right behind each other? Or they're going to play them in
you wouldn't be able to do that. No, what I reckon will happen is, and I'm just guessing here, but if I was to guess, they'll either started off on the night of the anniversary itself, or they'll do it 2 weeks before the anniversary, and then the last one, the giggle, will be shown on the anniversary night. But if I was a betting man, I reckon on the anniversary night, they will start off with the very first episode, which is the Star Beast. And then I think over 3 consecutive weeks, then they'll show the other two. There could be a possibility of them showing it, say, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but I doubt that very much.
Do we know?
Go on.
Do we know if the 60th is going to be on Disney Plus, or is the 60th going to be still BBCA?
I'm pretty sure moving forward from now it's Disney Plus. I would have to check that out, but I'm pretty sure. Has BBC Doctor Who America's Twitter account been posting the trailers?
No, they've already declared. BBC. I remember somebody sent me. I forgot if it was their Twitter or somewhere on their social media. They wished Doctor Who good luck.
Well, then no, then it's not. Then they're not.
But I didn't know if it was going to be like a transition, like these three, because technically they're not part of the Shurigatwa. Are they all going to be on Disney Plus? Because you would think Disney Plus would be like pushing it. It's like, oh yeah, the 60th anniversary Doctor Who is going to premiere right here, and I haven't heard a peep. Now we know about Shooty, that's not even in question, but the 60th, I'm like, well, where's that at? And I would assume it would be part of Disney Plus. I thought it was the deal, but like I said, the mouse has been quiet when it comes to Doctor Who. Where is that going to fall under?
The anniversary date is a Thursday this year. Sorry, I don't know where I got Saturday from. Well, then I don't see them. I don't know how that works then, because I don't see them putting on an episode of Doctor Who on a Thursday night. Do you? So
Why
it might
not?
be that it wouldn't happen on BBC.
What night did the 50th anniversary showed up? I knew that premiered worldwide at the same time.
Yeah.
But
there has been no really talk of it. See, this is the thing that's still a puzzle. Normally, now we know the titles, but you think we would have been told when this was all going to start at the very end of the trailer, coming soon in November or whatever they were going to show it. But we don't know now. It will be November. It's just when in November. Will it be the Saturday 2 days after the anniversary? Will it be 2 weeks before the anniversary, as I said? drop each episode each week, and then do the last one 2 days after the anniversary on a Saturday night. Nobody knows when these are airing.
If they really want this, they should be pushing what days they are so people can get ready for it. I know we're a little further out, but why not let people know so that they are, they can get far in advance, like, oh, well, I'm not going to plan a party on that day. Or, for me, let's just say I'm not giving this away, but there might be something happening with our show the night it premieres, and something big going on with that. But can't tell at this moment because we don't know a date. So I mean, like, if I wanted to, like, maybe go somewhere and say, hey, business, do you have the show playing, or can we invite quite a few people and we can do a live reaction at the place of your place? But I can't tell people when it's going to premiere. So this is where, why not tell us the dates and just give it so that we can get ready? People have lives, and they plan ahead.
Yeah, they'd want to be doing it. When is San Diego Comic-Con anyway? That's a couple of months away.
I have no idea.
It's not. I'll tell you now. I don't think it's actually that far away.
Probably not.
So if you're going to give a big trailer, then that's where you do it. San Diego. There we go.
If anybody knows, go ahead and throw it in the chats.
The 19th of July to the 23rd. So the 19th to the 23rd of July. So a Wednesday to Sunday, San Diego Comic-Con, July. Yeah, that'd be 2 months from now. That'd be perfect timing.
That would, and then that would probably release a new trailer that gives us more information about what's going on.
That's if he goes to San Diego Comic-Con. He did say they were thinking about it, but it'll depend on if they're finished filming, I reckon.
I have a question. Can you look this up? I can't remember. And anybody in the chat, when does, I think it's like D something, where Disney has their big meeting and their corporate thing?
I think that already happened.
Is that D23 or something like that?
Did that not already happen?
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that already happened, and they showed their slate as well. Yeah, I think that already happened. It's not looking good for Disney.
I was hoping maybe it was just like, wouldn't you announce that? Hey, yeah, Disney Plus, we're getting one of the greatest sci-fi shows of all time, and it's going to be on Disney Plus. And I wasn't at the meeting, so I wouldn't know. Maybe they did, but people you would think would, that would be circulating somewhere on the internet going, hey, look, Disney already told us when the dates are and, where to find it and everything. I'm just like, okay. They might be working on United Front that Disney's going to release the dates and everything. And it's still going to be distributed in the BBC. I'm pretty sure of it, right? It's still going to say.
Oh, no, BBC is showing it. We get to watch it for nothing. Everybody else that's not in the UK and Ireland will have to pay for it. So if you just want to watch it, you'll have to pay for it. That's why Disney bought it, because they've lost 4 million subscribers. They need to get subscribers back. So they're buying up other IPs because their own are failing. And now we have found out, it's being reported widely now that, and we'll be talking about on tonight's Friday Night Contact, is the fact that Disney now have shelved or cancelled most of their shows for cost-cutting reasons. Disney is in a lot of trouble right now. I didn't think it was possible because they had their fingers in a lot of pies, but even the little pies that they have their fingers in are also doing rubbish, and they're failing. So, Disney have only got themselves to blame anyway for being in this situation. They would never have to have bought up Doctor Who if they had done things properly in their own house. Thanks be to God. Thanks be to God they don't actually have input into Doctor Who, because if they did, that show would go the wayside. It definitely would.
I thought I heard somewhere that somebody told me that Russell T Davies said that Disney did have input. He has the final say, but Disney can say, certain things like, "Oh, why don't we do this? Why don't we do that?" Um, they're
No,
not
that's
the
no.
controlling input, but they can
No,
limit.
that wasn't the deal. There was actually a meeting. We actually played the interview here. They
Okay.
actually have no creative input whatsoever. That's coming from Disney
Wow.
themselves. Um,
Okay.
they bought up the IP. They, listen, RTD wouldn't be coming back if he had to answer to anybody, and that includes Disney. It's why Bad Wolf Studios took it in the first place.
Mhm.
Disney have no creative input. This has been one of these rumors that has consistently been put out there. And like we actually even showed the presentation that Disney done on this channel, right? So everybody that follows this channel knows that Disney have no input because it came from Disney's mouth itself. Unless they're lying, obviously, to fans, then fair enough. But we heard it from the horse's mouth. I don't know why this rumor continues to persist. I think it is the naysayers, trying to find another way to say, well, look, you can't support Doctor Who because it's under Disney. So
I wouldn't.
listen,
Why would
Disney
they
only
lie of a thing like that?
distribute. No, not you. I'm talking about
No,
others
no, no.
out
I meant
there.
like why Disney would even like lie about that. I mean, it's like
Yeah,
there's nothing to gain if they said something like that, and then later on go, no, really, it's this. It's like no, they wouldn't. They made it clear that that wasn't happening, and that he had full rights. So
no,
I just wanted to make sure.
no, he does. I showed the presentation on
I
here
believe you. I
when
believe you, dude.
Disney didn't RTD. No, I don't know where that's even coming from, man. See, again, this is the bullshit that we're fighting against. Look, I know there are people out there that don't want RTD back and don't want Disney anywhere near it. They're only just distributing it. But there are a lot of naysayers out there that are not going to support Doctor Who because of the last 5 years. And I kind of understand it a little bit, but it is kind of annoying me that there are people just blatantly lying, right? RTD was not told anything by Disney. I wasn't told to change anything by Disney. Don't know where that's coming from, but I'm pretty sure I can guess the channel that it actually came from.
Well, this is the reason, and not for anybody who does it. I mean, the people who do it, they're good people and such, and they're just, that's how their channel runs. But I try to steer clear of the rumor mill, and a lot of this is just hearsay. Like I said, I heard it. It wasn't confirmed. There's a lot of stuff and garble out there, and I think it's just what's the better term? It's a Chinese whisper. Somebody says it, and just somebody says it off the cuff or gives out wrong information. Next thing you know, 1,000 people are parroting it. I heard it over here. I heard it over here. Just like I said, it was just like I heard it, but I didn't say, it is confirmed over here. I say no, I've heard it somewhere, and I stand corrected if this you mentioned that information was inaccurate, and like I said, I was like that's what I heard, that Disney did have a little bit of say, but not controlling power, and hey, I stand corrected when I don't have the information, or if somebody else has the correct information. So I go with that.
Yeah, I don't see. I'm not actually googling that because I'm interested to see if he actually made that quote, and I don't see that anywhere. And it'd come up if he did. Actually, what is coming up is a lot. As I said, Disney has no creative input
Okay.
into Doctor Who.
I
I just
100%
look.
believe it.
I just don't want people to be led down a garden path. Right at the end of the day, right. Let's all judge RTD when the show bloody comes out. And if it's not good, it's not good. If it's great, well then everybody can put the past behind us and we can move on with the show and hopefully enjoy Doctor Who again. Right? It does get a little bit annoying that there is still people out there that want to flog, and I see it on Twitter all the time, right? And I've kept silent on it. There's just some people out there that will never be happy no matter what happens. Same in the Star Wars fandom. No matter what Disney does, right, from now on, right, nobody will ever be happy. Even if they rectified everything and tried to fix everything, there'll still be naysayers out there. And why? Because these fans have been bullied, harassed, and treated like crap by the people that are supposed to take care of these franchises. And I can understand their frustration a little bit, but come on. At the end of the day, if Disney had input, we'd know about it. And trust me, I would not be happy with that. And I don't think a lot of Doctor Who fans would, because we don't want Disney anywhere near it. I have no problem with Disney distributing the show, because it'll make that Doctor Who bigger, hopefully, if it is good enough to deserve that. Then it'll be a bigger show, and I'll be all for that. But if they did actually have creative input and we have been lied to, well, then I think people need to, and the people that are in charge of the show do need to answer the fans, because because then that's a blatant lie. But we heard it from Disney's mouth themselves. As I said, I put up a clip when they were introducing Ncuti Gatwa to everybody in the US. They had him on and they introduced him, and he's the new doctor, blah, blah, blah. And then they made it clear during that meeting that they had no creative input, that this was a distribution deal only. And even one of the producers of Doctor Who then came out a few days later on Radio Times article, because there was confusion about what Disney's part was in this. And she, again, then, she actually rectified the situation. She said Disney have no, so it was said yet again. So let's wait and see. If we have been lied to, we will know soon enough, because trust me, if Disney have any influence over this show, we will notice it straight away, because we know how Disney does things. So,
well, I would think Disney would even say it on their own term. They were like, yeah, we did this and we're going to do this. So if Disney has any say into it, yeah, I think they would make it a big deal. They wouldn't keep it hush.
Of course they would. They'd be singing from the rooftops, look, we got Doctor Who now, blah, 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 blah. And then, you know what I mean? You're right. Then they'd be telling RTD, well, look, you can't do that because on Disney Plus, so you have to do this, that, and the other. You know, no, it's not going to fly with RTD. RTD is not going to take over the show, right, and take it out of BBC's hands and put it in his own studio's hands to let Disney then come in and tell him what to do. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. That's the
Rabbi, he gets the magazine.
Yeah, I will, because I've been talking to Rabbi, so I'll ask him. And if there is any truth in it, we're going to have to make a big deal out of this, because we've been lied to. And I don't like being lied to. As a Doctor Who fan, we've been treated like crap for 5 years. We don't deserve to be lied to. Now, if Disney is part of it, well, then make it clear that Disney is part of it. If not, well, they told us that it isn't, so I'll take their word for it. So we'll wait and see what happens. Look, at the end of the day, what it boils down to me is this, right? I don't care about any of that, right? This is what I care about. Is Doctor Who going to be a great show again? Right? Is the writing great? Is the character development great? That's all that matters to me. So I'm going to give RTD the benefit of the doubt, because he did it the first time round.
Make Doctor Who great again.
Right? Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. I know. I didn't mean for it to come out like that. I tried to kind of change the word, because people say, "Oh, look, he supports Trump," and I don't support Trump. I think
that's
Trump
that's not it.
Right?
I mean, gosh, you get a catchphrase going, and it's just like,
yeah,
hey, no.
Well, make Doctor Who.
It's making its rounds, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Like,
but
dude,
look, that's all I care about. So we'll see what happens during the 60th. I'll give Ncuti a chance as well. We'll see how that goes. And if it's not my cup of tea, I'll just walk away and wait for the next air. It's as simple as that. We've got plenty of other stuff to talk about. There'll be plenty of stuff that we can talk about that isn't related to this. So, you know what I mean? It's not a big deal. So let's just wait and see what happens. That's all I'm going to say. And we're going to wrap it up there, because I did get a message off Christian. 5-minute warning 5 minutes ago. And we're on the hour now. So what we'll do is we will wrap up there. So I'll let Christian do his shout outs. He had got photographs to show you all, but what we'll do is we'll show them next week. Just we ran over a bit of time. So he did have some images that I wanted to show and showcase. We'll put them up next week. So come and join us next week to check them out. But do your shout outs there, Christian?
Well, sure. The images, you can put it out as soon as I leave if you want to. But
I know I'm wrapping up, because I've got another stream at 9 o'clock. I've done a stream already. I've got 3 streams. I am taking a break.
Well, the reason why I'm just saying, if you want to throw a few of those pictures out over there, today is our 11th anniversary in existence as the Legend of the Traveling Tardis. I have to tell people that it's not the podcast The podcast is going on its 5th year in October, and it's already past its 2nd year this year in existence on YouTube. But we celebrated 11 years. What that exactly means is that's the day that I actually created the Facebook page, and we've been that way since. So yeah, if no, your call if you want to show the pictures. If not, we'll wait until next year. But today, please come over Facebook.com, Facebook.com, the Traveling Tardis. We're today now celebrating our 11th year existing as a social media platform, and over on our YouTube channel, we're putting out a few shorts for people to check out to see the best of stuff that we're putting out there at youtube.com/The Legend of the Traveling Tardis. So there, and it's been an amazing ride, Noel. Good and bad, up and down, sideways and byways and everything, but I wouldn't say I wouldn't change it for the world, but I would make some corrections. But hey, it is what it is, and we, for a level of appreciation, going on 11 years now. All the team that's helped me out from day one up until now, Dave Chapman, Melanie Dean, there's so many people out there. Mark Muncie, James Engstall, Mackenzie Floor, and so on. I apologize, but I know I've got to run, but. Please subscribe, like, and just watch us. We put out content every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. And this week we're going to be talking to the folks at Comcast Service because we're going to be doing their first virtual. This will be the last Doctor Who convention that they do in Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama. This is their last convention. We were going to try to be there, but unfortunately we're going to be there virtually. So we're going to try that out there for their last convention. And Eric Roberts and his wife are going to be there, as well as John Barrowman. So please check it out. We're going to be doing a live feed from there when it happens, and we'll be interacting so you can get to see us at the convention during that weekend. So there. Thanks all.
Fantastic, Christian. Thanks for popping on.
And I'm going to ditch right now. Everybody take care of yourselves. Be safe. Be part of the legend. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe, Noel and myself. And join in his membership because we got to get this guy sneakers so when he can finally turn on his TV and we can see his feet. So, got to run, guys. Thank you so much.
See you later, man. Thanks for joining us. Talking about anniversaries as well, I've just realized that on October the 9th, this channel will be 10 years old. So yeah, Jesus, I didn't know. I didn't realize that the channel is actually this old. So yeah, we'll have to celebrate that actually. But yeah, anybody that joined me in the early days, I used to do a lot of slideshow videos and stuff like that. But 10 years, man, this October. So didn't realize that. There you go. That's something. Yeah, I did a membership stream today. So anybody that's a member, we obviously do Friday night contact the preview stream where I talk about a couple of topics that I want to talk about and give my opinion on, because as you know yourself, when I bring the lads on, we try to get their opinion as much as can, and I like to ask the questions. But we did talk about Indiana Jones 5, the Dial of Destiny, and I did talk about other stuff as well. But you don't want to miss Friday night contact tonight, because I've got we've got some video to show you guys as well. So we'll be doing our articles, but I've also got 3 clips that I want to play. One is funny, one is absolutely disgusting, and you'll see the reason why I'm saying it's absolutely disgusting. And the other one is just really a creepy kind of bit of footage from Temple of Doom, which made no sense whatsoever. You'll see what I'm talking about a little bit later on. We're also going to be talking a bit about Marvel, Ironheart. We're going to be talking about Gladiator 2. We've got the writer's strike to talk about. But the big topic conversation is definitely going to be Disney Plus. There's a lot going on there. We got plenty to talk about, plenty to discuss. We're going to have a bit of a laugh as well. As I said, I've got a bit of a funny clip. And I've got another clip to show you as well, which I think is actually pretty amazing. And as I said, we've got two other clips that I find a little bit. One is absolutely disgusting, and one is absolutely creepy. And all I would just say is as we know, Hollywood has been a sewer for years. And, you know, sometimes that sewerage rises to the top. And lately, there's been a lot of video footage being shown on social media that is highly disturbing. And we're going to be discussing all of that. So it's going to be a packed out stream for you tonight. We've got plenty to talk about. So come and join us. So I want to thank everybody in the chat and my co-host, Christian. We will show those photographs next week. It's the 11th year anniversary. We will show those photographs next week when Christian comes back on again. We'll start with that first. It's just, I want to pop off because it's 2 hours until my next stream, and I actually want to rest because I'm, you know, I'm kind of feeling it right now. And I just want to sit back and chill for the hour or so before then I start. Well, I've already got the stream up already, guys. But I've got to do the scroll thing for tonight as well. So that's going to take me a few minutes to do and stuff like that. So it's not as if I'm going to be well, I say I'm going to be relaxing, but I'm actually going to be doing stuff to get ready for the next stream. Now, if you want to know what we're going to be talking about, if you go into the stream now and go to the link description, you'll see all the articles and all the stuff that we're going to be covering, including that video footage. So if you just want to go and check that video footage out before we go live tonight, so you know exactly what we're talking about, so you can give an opinion before I show it to the rest of you. So if you just want to go in and get a sneak peek of what we're going to talk about, go into the link description is what I'm trying to tell you. I just want to say also to the we've actually jumped, our subscribers have jumped up. So I just want to welcome all the new people that have subscribed to the channel. We really appreciate the support. And if there's any new people out there, don't be shy. Come into the chat, say hello. The chat is pretty friendly. Actually, it is friendly. It's probably the most friendly chat out there. Nobody really gets into no. There's actually never any fuss in this chat, unless there's a troll coming in trying to upset people, but we deal with that very swiftly on this channel now. But we got a nice group of people in that watch these streams, and they're very friendly and they're very welcoming. So if there's any new people out there, pop in, say hello tonight. We're live in 2 hours time for Friday night contact, so come and join us then. So I'll talk to you soon, folks. Enjoy your evening. I'll see you later on for Friday night contact. And as I said, come and join us because it's going to be a doozy. Bye bye.